Coach DeMarco, a few questions for you to start. You've been at Geneva for over 40 years, 32 as the head coach. You are one of 3 coaches currently at Geneva that have been at the school for over 30 years. What is it about Geneva that has caused you to stay there for so long?
I think just personally, what the school meant to me when I made a decision to transfer from a school that I went to originally was more than just football. It was about faith. I needed a place that was going to keep me structured in my Christianity. Some of us as football coaches have that type of personality that we can, kind of go off the rails once in a while. And I needed the structure that Geneva gave. I also strongly believe in family, and it's a place that we're from. These are the things we just try to do in our program. I mean, everybody talks about faith, family, football, and the truth of the matter is, I needed Geneva College as a young man, and I see Geneva College as a place that, in today's culture and where we're headed, I just think that Geneva is a place that we can tell a young man no. We don't have to beg a young man to play ball. We got guys who actually want to get up in the morning and lift and work, and we're a little old school. And I think right now this country needs a little old school. I'm very, very concerned about where we're headed as a culture, and I think about developing men through Christ is the best way to express masculinity.
This year, you are the conference football chair. Talk a little bit about what you've seen about how you've seen this conference improve over your time in the PAC, and how the schools in this conference match up nationally with some of the top leagues in Division III.
Well, I think Commissioner Joe Dirka did a great job of talking about that. I personally think that there's a product here. I get an opportunity to be a professor in marketing, assistant professor. I don't even know what to call it, adjunct professor, whatever they call them. I get to teach once in a while. And I look at it from a marketing standpoint, and I've told our commissioner this: the product that you have right now in football in this room and where we're headed is one of the best products in the country. Now, we're not going to be the Wisconsin Conference, but we're not the SEC. But I'm telling you, we're getting really close to being one side of the Big Ten here, and the reason is because every team, I look back, and every team here has had some success. And the commitment that's being made in football is just, it's encouraging. The coaches, and this is the reason I wanted you to ask me this question, the coaches that are in this room, I don't think anyone on campus understands what your football coaches actually do. These guys could run, they could run a business. They could run an organization. They have incredible skills. They've been taught by some of the best people in football. And I've seen just the quality of coaches, what they do. I get the chance to interact with them a great deal. And I'm telling you what, this is a big deal now. And, if I'm the commissioner of the conference, I am selling this thing like it's a big deal. Because there's some really, really good football teams in here. And there's some teams that are, truthfully, a couple of years away from being really good. I'm just excited to be part of it. I think if you're a competitor, you don't want to be in a league where you're lining up and you got one team and everybody else is an intramural team. I think you want to go out every day, fellas, and compete against somebody. I think you want to get ready every week when you play knowing that somebody's going to smack you in the mouth. I mean, that's the game of football, and that's what we have right now in this league. And I'm just very, very animated, very enthusiastic, and I think we need to sell it more.
Thanks. You have a number of starters returning on defense, but you've lost a significant number of starters from last year's offense. First, talk about the players on the defensive side of the ball you will look to provide leadership, including Reed Gordon. And secondly, talk about how you'll go about trying to replace so many key players on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, Reed is, special young man. That's why he's here today, obviously. Everybody brings somebody that, you can talk favorably about. He's very quiet. That's the only thing that bothers me about him. He's very quiet. He's an engineer. These guys are going on, summer jobs or summer internships, and they're making a lot of money. I mean, crazy. And I mean, he's 215 right now, and he can run. So, I mean, who wouldn't want to promote something like this, right? The other thing that we do have though on defense, we've got a lot of kids that just absolutely want to play together. I think that's the greatest opportunity that we have right now defensively, is to come together as a football team and just get better. On offense, we've lost a lot of starters, but I'm very excited about the kids that we got. They want to play ball. They want to put the work in. They understand that it's going to be difficult. They're prepared for adversity. That's what we do at Geneva. We are preparing our kids for adversity, because that's what happens in life. And it may not go the way you want it to go. But, you know, he'll be running the show on defense.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. And now we'll turn to Reed to ask a few questions. Reed, you were a part-time starter last year, but this year you'll be asked to take on a larger load. How have you prepared yourself for these increased responsibilities?
Yeah, first and foremost, I'm blessed to be here. I mean, opportunities like this are what we dreamed of as kids. But yeah, at our exit meetings at the end of the year last year, coaches brought me in, told me it's my time to step up, told me I need to get out of the box, I need to be that vocal leader that they believe I can be. So in our winter workouts, I got the opportunity to step up and lead in the weight room. And then in the spring, I got to step up and be a leader on the defense side of the ball and in our linebacker group. This offseason, I really tried to mentally challenge myself with working out, getting ready for this football season, anything that will let me get through 4 quarters of football this year so when we can secure the win this year. As well, I tried to focus on my recovery as well, because as we get older, this game has a larger toll on our bodies. So anything that can allow me to keep on going full head of steam all year round for 10 games and even more.
Talk a little bit about what you see your defensive role being for the team this year, both in terms of the running game and the passing game, since you'll have responsibilities in both areas.
Yeah, that's why linebacker is probably the most fun position out there. I mean, you get to involve yourself in it all through pass and run game. I like to see myself coming off the edge, getting involved in the run and pass game, as well as filling holes, taking on blocks. Anything I can do to have one of my brothers behind me in front of me making the play.
You spent your first 2 years at Geneva playing alongside some pretty talented linebackers, including senior Gabe Trexler, who was second in the league in tackles last year. What have you learned from players like Gabe that will help you be a better player this season?
Yeah, I mean, I was blessed to come in with a great group of guys, great group of linebackers. I got to play with Gabe Trexler, Nick Taviani, Luke Blasco, Derek Sneed. I mean, they were all conference linebackers at some point. They're great men and great brothers to me. Gabe, day one I came in, he was my mentor. He taught me how to be a better football player, how to be a better person, most importantly, how to become a better man of faith. I can't ask for someone better to look up to, and he's taught me everything.
So Coach DeMarco touched on you being an engineering major. What kind of engineering have you focused your study on, and what do you hope to pursue after graduation?
I focus my study on civil engineering. Right now, I have an internship with more project and field engineering, which is what I see myself doing in the future. It's more of you're being the coach for all the trades out there on site, making sure that you all have that common goal to get the infrastructure up and get the building running.
Thanks, Reed, and thanks again to Coach DeMarco. The 2024 season for the Golden Tornadoes will begin September 7th when they travel to defending PAC champion Grove City College. Thanks again to head coach Gino DeMarco and junior linebacker Reed Gordon.